FRQ number 3, which is obviously a labor question. Now, I've gone a little bit ahead here just to arrange this information in a way that I can actually use it. The way it is right now causes me a little bit of issues with being able to draw my table out and add things to it. So I just did it on the side here. Number of workers, 1 through 6. Quantity, this could be quantity, total product, but they've labeled it output this time. So just be aware of what it is. Obviously, I'm going to have, maybe not so obviously, I'm going to add some additions here to this table. Again, I always do these exactly the same. If they give me total product, I'm going to find marginal product, multiply that by the price of the good. That's going to give me my marginal revenue product, which is my demand for labor. And then I'm going to compare that to where my marginal revenue cost is. This can also be called marginal factor cost. It can be called supply of labor. It is the wage. So let's draw some lines across here so we can fill this in. All right, let's read number 3 here. They sell hats $2 per hat. That's the price of the good, so we can fill $2 in all the way down. Assume that labor is the only variable. The wage rate is 15. Now we can fill in, we have the wage, which is your MRC, 15. All right. Easy enough. Now, obviously, they give you total product. You need to find marginal product. It's just that, remember, the marginal product formula is a change in total product over a change in quantity. But notice that our quantity only changes by 1 each time. That's most, I don't think I've ever seen the College Board not do that. So that's just 1 on the bottom here, which means really anything, we're really just looking at the change in total product. So from 0 to 10 is 10. 10 to 26, 16, 26 to 36 is 10, 36 to 44 is 8, 44 to 9, 5, 49 to 52, 3. Marginal products times the price of the good should give you your marginal revenue product. So what this implies is this first worker is producing 10 units of good. The price of what they can sell those hats are $2 for each. So this worker brings $20 into my company. I pay him 15. I like this guy a lot. I'm going to hire him. 2 times 16, 32, I think. 2 times 10, 20. 2 times 8, 16. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 3 is 6. This guy brings in $32 in our company, and we only pay him. I like him the best. This guy brings in 20 and 15, 16 and 15, 10 and 15. This guy only brings $10 into the company, but we would have to pay him 15. We're not going to hire him, and we'll definitely not hire that one. So we'll hire up to the 4th worker. After I do this chart and figure everything out, they're almost always the same kind of questions. I'll go back and actually take a look here at what's going on. Which worker do diminishing marginal returns begin with? Well, it's easy if you recognize that your marginal product curve is going to look like this if we were to draw it out. Remember, your marginal product is just a mirror image of your marginal cost curve. Now, this isn't necessary for this understanding, but it helps, right, in that we know diminishing marginal returns sets in when marginal product is maximized and where marginal cost is minimized. That's where diminishing marginal return sets in. Here they're giving you a marginal product. It goes from 10 to 16. It looks like that's where it's highest. Marginal product hits the maximum there with the second worker. So let's read it again. After which worker do diminishing marginal returns begin? So after the second worker. Can we say that? I think that'll be okay. So after the second worker. Every worker hired after that would produce less and less. And we can see that. The third worker only produced 10, 8, 5, 3. Marginal product continuously decreases. Calculate the marginal physical product of the 5th worker. This is just marginal product. Marginal physical product would be sort of if you were doing it with this formula right here. So just know marginal product of the fifth worker, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, sorry, 5. 5, I think. Calculate the marginal revenue product of the third worker. Third worker, marginal revenue product is 20. How many workers will they hire? Now, they don't ask us to explain it, so that's nice. We can see that we would hire 4 workers. Do know how to explain it, though. I mean, look at here with, I'm going to use a different color just so we can focus. It's getting a little sloppy here. Do recognize that hiring that, I don't know that that made it any better than I'm circling that. Do recognize that the marginal revenue product and the marginal revenue cost are almost the same thing. What we know is we want to hire where marginal revenue product equals marginal revenue cost. Just like with all our other market structures, we would hire where marginal revenue equals marginal cost. This is our profit maximizing point for labor. This is our profit maximizing point for the product that we sell. So right now, all we're really focused in on is this. Notice they're not equal, though. Marginal revenue product is greater than marginal revenue cost, but we know that we would hire up to the fourth worker, if I could spell correctly, as the marginal revenue product is greater than the marginal revenue cost. Notice that all of these marginal revenue products are greater than what we pay them, and that makes sense, right? We want to hire somebody who's going to bring in more to our company than what we're paying them, or we go broke. But we would not hire the fifth worker as marginal revenue product is less than the marginal revenue cost. We would actually lose money on that fifth worker, and that's why we would not hire him. This is how I would explain it to make sure that the readers of your AP exam know that you know, that they can make sure that you know. Shut up, Charles. All right. If the GW company has fixed cost equal to 20, what will be the company's short-run profits from hiring 2 workers? Okay, so when they mention profits, the first thing I think about is total revenue minus total cost. Right? So I have to figure out what my total cost is. They're giving me fixed cost, which is 20. I have to figure out variable cost. I'm hiring 2 workers. Each worker cost to me is $15. So I think our variable costs here are 30, so our total cost have to be 50. At 2 workers, the total product is 26. They sell the good for $2. So remember, total revenue is just price times quantity. So if the price of the good is $2 and they sell 26, what would that be? 54? Yeah, I think so. So if our total revenue is 54 and our total cost is 50, wouldn't our profit? Did I do that right? Oh my goodness, 12, 52. There we go, Charles. If only had a brain. All right, give me a second. Let me just get rid of that. Not 54. 52. Take the 52 minus the 50, and my profit's obviously $2. $2. All right. If the price of hats increases, what would happen to the number of workers hired in the short run? What we tend to know is marginal product times the price of the good is going to equal the marginal revenue product. If the price of that good, the price of hats goes up, our marginal revenue product has to go up, which means the demand for labor has to go up. Let's just draw it real quickly so you can see it. You should be able to recognize it and be able to draw it. All right. So here we got wage on the vertical. We got quantity of labor on the horizontal. Notice our wage is the same. It doesn't change, so it is just a flat, perfectly elastic. We could call it the supply of labor, the MRC. We could call it the MFC. We know it's $15 an hour. Yeah, a day. Nice. The demand for labor is downward sloping. Marginal revenue product, same thing. That would be our quantity of labor This is initially, and then the price of the good goes up. When the price of the good goes up, the marginal revenue product goes up. The demand for labor goes up, shifts to the left. Sorry, right. Marginal revenue product. And we can see they would hire more workers. So what will happen to the number of workers? It will increase. And we would explain that when the price of hats goes up, it makes the demand for labor increase also. I would give them this formula, make sure they knew that I knew. There you go. I think that's it. Wanted to get it done today. Somebody had asked about it. All right, guys, be safe. Take care. Bye.